What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Gothenburg, Sweden, where we are today with Volvo cars and tomorrow as well to have a look at the World of Volvo and also a crash test. So, we're currently at the airport in Gothenburg, just landed, and perhaps the view behind me is familiar for some of you. The EX30 is on display, that's pretty cool. But anyway, I'll be taking you guys along, so let's get started. So our first stop of this trip was the brand new World of Volvo. Back in 2016, Volvo Car Group and Volvo Group sat together because they wanted to have a more aligned brand experience. Now, as you might be aware, you have Volvo Car Group from the cars, but also Volvo Group with their trucks, excavators, Volvo Penta, and so on. But one thing they all have in common is that Volvo badge. So they wanted to join forces together on a Volvo experience thing. Well, that became World of Volvo. Located in the heart of Gothenburg, this is where Volvo wanted to be, at home. Oh, fun fact, these grounds where World of Volvo is built on used to be a Saab gearbox factory. So despite it being World of Volvo, there is still a bit of Saab heritage as well. Now, World of Volvo is not only a museum. According to Volvo, it's a place for freedom to roam, with a spirit of care. Okay, Volvo wants to bring their customers home more or less. So in the building there are restaurants, conference rooms and meeting places for more the business kind of stuff. There are exhibitions from artists. There's this enormous studio where artists can perform, but also where Volvo cars, for example, will launch their future Volvos as well. Okay, now besides that, there's also a Volvo car exhibition, which features some of the best of or Volvo best hits from the past. Okay, let's just show you guys some of that. Let's go back to myself on the floor. Alrighty folks, so we have arrived at the, well, more or less most interesting stuff, I guess. Bit of the old Volvo collection is here. So let's switch the camera around and have a look. These are really nice. Over here, the Amazon. And apparently just for today, we are actually allowed to have a seat in them. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna have a seat because it probably will not even fit. But let's see how this works. Let's open it up. Look at this. This is cool, guys. Surely smells like old Volvo, but wow, looking pretty good still. Nice interior as well. Also some wear and tear, of course. Old Amazon, really cool. All right, let's close this up. Carefully. The old wagon. Such a nice bag. I believe this is also the one they used for like the EX90 introduction or reveal. Still in a really nice condition. So cool. 240 in a really immaculate state. Look at this. Alright, let's see. Focus please. 97 kilometers on this still brand new 240. Jeez. This one is surely interesting. I'm not too sure what the whole deal with this one is. Experimental safety car. I've seen this on like old videos and whatnot. Over there is a turbo, we're gonna skip that. C30 electric. A couple of hundreds made of them. Over here 315 have been produced. Really cool and quirky car. Apparently like personnel from Volvo Cars and Polestar, they still drove these cars around a little bit here in Gothenburg. But then this one's made in Holland, by the way. What is this, a 340? Oh, the 360 with the sporty rear. Over there is the 850 T5 R cream yellow, always good to see. I think this one's most interesting to me. Final production EX90, 5-spoke wheels, perfect trim by the way. Also, for example, the chrome mirror caps, R-design interior, and this one's probably also open. This is so cool to see, especially now coming from my own EX90, which of course is an older used car, but this one, ooh, still brand new. Wow, that is really cool. That is really cool. This interior is also so nice, by the way. Wow, impressive.
being the last one, this one also has the LED light, for example. That's pretty nice. D5. All you need, right? All you need. Passenger, let's also have a quick look over there. Yep, high on my list of I want this. So cool, guys. EM90, just chilling over here, next to the EX90 and EX30. Didn't expect to see this over here so fast, but especially this one, EM90, guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, day one at World of Volvo. And was a pretty cool day, I gotta say. World of Volvo turned out to be really cool, a really nice place. I highly recommend it if you want to go there once. It's really an experience. Of course, I enjoyed the exhibition part of the cars the most, I guess. You know, it's always cool to see special Volvos. And today, especially for us, they were all open as well. So, you know, as I probably also showed in some B-roll and whatnot, all cars were open. So it was also pretty special to do that. And of course, sitting in the EM90. Not really a real Volvo, but surely a cool and a bit quirky and very comfortable car, I gotta say that. It was a really nice chair. So yeah, also the press talks or the conference with like the senior folks, executives from Volvo Car and Trucks in the group and the CEO of World of Volvo was all very interesting and inspiring, and you can really feel and sense that they went full pull with this. They really did their best efforts on it. That's surely to see. And meanwhile, I see an EX30 driving there downtown. Great view for Volvo spotting. Maybe I'll do some. So yeah, for now, I'm gonna explore Göteborg a bit, then go for dinner, and then tomorrow we'll be heading to the Volvo Cars Crash Center, the safety center, to see in person, live, a Volvo crash test. So I'm really excited about that. But for now, I guess, good night and see you tomorrow. So the second day started with a visit to the Volvo Car Safety Center, more or less the heart or soul of Volvo. This is where Volvo's unbeatable reputation of safe cars come from. Built in April 2000, the safety center performed more than 7,000 crash tests. After that, they more or less stopped counting. Basically, they try to crash at least one car a day. Now there are 2 lanes of 150 meters long, which they also can adjust in angle to simulate all kinds of crashes. These crashes bring the crucial data which is needed to simulate crashes in computers. So today we witnessed a side impact, which was also a Volvo first in the world of side impact crashes. The side impact protection system, launched in 1991. Maybe you can recall it from, for example, the Volvo 850. What it does is absorbing the impact in the structure, nowadays used by all car brands. So in the crash we witnessed the EX30 gets the side impact and the EX90 a front impact. Now there are plenty of interesting things around these kind of crashes. So for example, the EX30 was driving 20 kilometers an hour with a weight of 2,047 kilograms. The EX90 was doing 50 kilometers an hour and weighs 2,969 kilograms. And that included the crash equipment and also the dummies. Now an interesting fact about these crash test dummies is that it takes decades to develop an industry-agreed type of dummy. The most expensive crash dummies cost $1 million per piece. Hence there are very few suppliers as well. Now in these very expensive ones there are also up to 100 sensors in it. That's pretty impressive. So for these dummies there are apparently 3 adult sizes and 9 different models for all kinds of crashes. There are also 8 sizes for child dummies. So for the crash they use a laser guidance system to measure the speed, and thanks to some smart folks at Volvo they have an impact accuracy within 2.5 centimeters. Now on the footage you also see some very bright lights above and underneath. These lights are just prior to the crash boosted to 3 times daylight. They also kindly advised us to not look into the lights. They were very bright. So in the crash we witnessed there were 5 dummies in total, 3 different sizes and 4 types. There were 2 in the EX30 representing a small size female and 3 in the EX90. In the rear there was a child dummy of 3 years old, the rear facing in the car seat, and the driver was a small sized female and the passenger one average sized female. Now as you can imagine we were not allowed to film ourselves, hence you see the videos I'm showing you. Do note that the crash test footage is from a similar crash they performed a bit earlier to ours. You see for example different wheels on the EX30, also some numbers. However, the one we witnessed was exactly the same as the one being showed to you. The B-roll footage is actually from our visit, so perhaps you can spot me somewhere. It was really interesting to witness this, walking around in the safety center and just really experiencing how serious Volvo looks at the safety of their cars and passengers. Now after the crash test we headed on to the Volvo car factory and then especially the newly built factory for the mega casting. Now this mega casting is a bit complicated, but what it does more or less is take away a lot of hassle in the production of, well, platforms of the car. So just imagine that instead of, for example, 100 small pieces that needs to come from all over the world to be assembled to one part of the platform, this mega casting takes all that away, and what it does is basically slamming out one big piece of the platform just at once. They just make the whole thing from one piece of steel. Of course you can imagine that has a lot of benefits. It saves a lot of transport, manufacturing of all these small pieces, everything involved in that whole supply chain. So this mega casting was also pretty interesting, though a bit complicated, so I would recommend to have a look at Google or just go to Wikipedia or whatnot if you're interested in mega casting. Now I did some fishing around to discover if this mega casting is for the EX90 or something like that, but they couldn't really say that. So what I am expecting is that this new mega casting process is already being prepared for the next Volvo to follow in the Torslanda factory. So maybe not the EX90, but perhaps the soon to arrive, who knows, EX60 or EV or ES90, something like that. But of course they couldn't confirm nor deny, so stay tuned for that of course. Now after the visit to the mega casting factory it was already time to head home, unfortunately, so we hopped in the plane back to Amsterdam. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed it, and of course I hope you also did. Now if there are any questions or comments, please leave them down below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and also subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out and that enables me to get these kind of opportunities. So thank you very much in advance for subscribing, and also thanks for the support over here on the channel from you guys. I just really appreciate that. I'm really looking forward to many other Volvo and Polestar adventures which are on the horizon. But for now guys, I hope you enjoyed this pretty special trip to Sweden, and of course I will see you next week Sunday, 3 PM European time in a brand new video. See you later guys.